So today we have another unboxing slash unbagging video. This time the parcel has come from China. So it is an electronic acupuncture pen. So here it is inside its box, and give us a moment. This is what it looks like inside. Oh, so there's the pen itself. There's a couple of different attachments for the end. There's a it looks like this must charge off USB, so I'm guessing this is like a power cable. Oh, there you go, an electrode, a power cable, and a little jar. Has it got something in it? It's empty. But that will be for making sure you have enough moisture on the skin for using this. And there is a little manual. So I will spare you the watching while I spend a few minutes figuring out how exactly this operates, and then I'll be back. So the manual was a little bit entertaining, some entertaining translations in there. Instant pulse, stimulating the menstrual flow. That is not what it's talking about. It's not for stimulating menstrual flow. It's to stimulate the energy flow. It's portable and is a pocket healthcare provider. Not too bad, a little unusual. Let me see what. Oh, humanized design. Anyway, that's what you expect. I have used this sort of thing before, so I'm familiar with how they work, but I needed to have a little read to make sure of the setup of this particular unit. And yeah, so basically it's got a little, if you're looking close here, it's got a little port for a micro USB, and you use that to charge up the battery. When it's charging, it's got a little LED that glows green when it's charging up, so that's pretty cool, so you know when you're charging. It's got a couple of dials here. So this device, it's for locating acupuncture points, so you can sense where they are, and then also it has a treatment option where you give it a little shock. So this adjusts the sensitivity of finding the point, and then this adjusts the sensitivity, or not the sensitivity, the power of the shock that it's going to deliver. So that's what those two dials are for. Now to use it, what you do is you have this little thing plugs in underneath, and because the way it works, it's quite simple really. It's just testing the electrical resistance of different areas of the surface of your skin, and so you need to form a circuit for it to do that. So you're going to have to hold on to it, and this is wherever it is on the body, so that it's making the circuit. And then there's these little, well, there's three little spots, or two, sorry, one, two, where there's like metal plates, and you have to be in contact with one of these as well, so that you're forming a circuit, and then the point is going to be used to locate the point by establishing, you know, the difference in resistance. So let's see this. So I'm going to just locate, so it's a little point on my, it's on the large intestine meridian, and if you can make sure you can see this as well. So here, nothing, nothing, nothing. As we get into there, the light starts to flash, and you can also see there's numbers. Maybe you can see there's numbers that come up on the LED as well. Now there are a few things that affect this, one of which is the moisture of the skin. You want the skin to be dry, but not too dry. If it's too dry, it's not going to pick anything up, and that is what this little jar is for. Often when you're practicing, there's nothing actually in it, but you'll have like a cream or something that you put in there that you can just quickly apply some cream, not too much, so that there's a little bit of moisture that is going to help with that locating the point. Once you've located the point, if you want to, this is what you can do. You can give yourself a little electric shock into your acupuncture point. Okay, so interesting. You can use it for locating points, also for treatment. To be perfectly honest, I wouldn't really recommend it for treatment. It's incredibly, simplistic. It does have an effect, stimulating the acupuncture points with electricity, giving it a zap. But if you're watching my channel, you're probably interested in Qigong. And the energy that you can generate with your own body and send with your own body is far more harmonious, far more effective, far gentler in many ways in working with the energy in your body. So what do I have this for then if I'm not planning to use it for any kind of treatment? Well, to be honest, I'm not really planning to use it for finding acupuncture points on myself either, because I've done plenty of that in the past. And as you practice Qigong, you get to the stage where, again, you can find them quite easily. Well, not necessarily easy. It takes quite a bit of practice, where you can just locate them yourself with your awareness. You know where they are anyway, and then you can locate the exact spot because you can sense how the energy is going. But this is a really, really cool learning tool. So for people who are new to Qigong, to Chinese medicine, to acupuncture, to acupressure, to anything like that, a great tool to help people to find specifically, and obviously not just on the hands, anywhere on the body, find specifically where those acupuncture points are. And so really, really useful for that. And so I got this one, and I haven't had one of these for years. I used to have one many years ago when I was first studying. But I got this one in because, well, there's a couple of reasons. One, we are planning our in-depth training program for Thailand next year, so that's going to be in May, 3 weeks, full time, so 200 hours across 3 weeks, so pretty intensive, studying Qigong, studying lots of things relating to Qigong, and as part of a learning exercise, really useful for locating where the points are, and then as part of that being able to quite accurately trace where the meridians are in the body. And so that can be something that can really help to reinforce your learning. And then the other thing as well is I am starting to develop the Qigong healing syllabus that we'll be using at Long White Cloud Qigong as well. And so again, not so much for treatment, but as part of the learning process, really quite valuable as a tool to help to start to locate those points and to understand them a little bit better. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed that or found it interesting, something a little bit different. These aren't that expensive. I don't honestly remember what I paid. It might have been maybe about $50 US. I got one off Alibaba or AliExpress, I think it was. Or I think you can get these same sorts of things off Amazon. Actually, maybe. I'm sure you can get them on Amazon. I will put a link to Amazon and where you can get them on Amazon in the description below this, because that might be useful if this is something that you want to have a play with. I tend to not order too many things from Amazon myself, because here in New Zealand the shipping gets really expensive, whereas AliExpress often you get the shipping for free. So same things though. So yeah, quite a useful little thing. Might be something you want to explore yourself. And definitely useful to use in conjunction with your other learning. And also I think just the existence of devices like this are really useful just as a practical thing to help people to understand that acupuncture points, meridians, things like that aren't something that someone just made up. There is a physical basis for them. You know, often it's not what people think it is in terms of that physical basis, but we can physically measure at least part of what is going on within those meridians, within those acupuncture points, and so on. I think it's a mistake, and unfortunately it's a common mistake, for people to be too reductionist in how they think about this, to think, electrical resistance, that's all it is. No, it's definitely not just that, but the fact that we can measure at least, that specific part of it is really, really cool. Helps us to, verify that there is something going on at a physical level in these things, and also to, I guess to verify that there's something there, and also to understand at least that particular part of what's going on. And then with other tools, sometimes we can measure other parts, and collectively we put these different pieces together, these different parts together into our theoretical and practical understanding to have a better understanding of what exactly is happening within our body, within our energy, in our Qigong practice, or in some other therapy that we may be doing. Anyway, hopefully that was interesting, hopefully that was useful. Another of the more unusual Chi Life videos, talking about something different, but pretty clear relationship, I think. And hope you enjoyed it. If you have, please like, comment, subscribe, share, all those things. Very useful to help other people find the channel. I am hoping to reach a lot of people with this. And as usual, I look forward to seeing you on the next one.